Video showing you how to get started with Flask. I'm going to need three things. I'll need Python, and I'm running that in a PowerShell window. You can use the git bash prompt if you like. I've got a text editor and I've got a web browser. So we start off by creating a file. No, create a folder first. Let's create a folder called temp. I'm calling it temp because I'm planning on deleting this when the video is done. Let's create a file. So it's a Python program. So from Flask, import big F Flask. I'm going to save that as a Python file. And it's a good idea to call that server.py. Okay, so this is going to be my web server. And I want to run that. So I type in Python server. I'm using Python 3.7, I think. Okay, didn't like that at all. It tried to import Flask from Flask. No such thing exists. We can fix that with the pip command. So pip install Flask should bring me Flask and all its joy. If I up arrow twice, I can run that Python command now. And that ran the file, no errors, but it didn't do anything. Certainly didn't run a server. So let's do a little bit more. I'm going to say app equals Flask and then name. So, oops, that's Flask, not Lask. Flask name. So name is the file name that you're running it, which will be server.py. And then I'm going to run that app.run. Okay, so this doesn't do anything, but it should work. Let's try running it again. This time when we run it, you can see it stays running. All right, so this script is still running. And it is listening at 127.0.0.5000. So 127, that is 127. Sometimes it'll say 0.0, but this is localhost 5000. Let's visit that page, and it says no such file. Okay, so that's Flask working. It's serving pages. It's refusing to serve pages. It's giving me a 404 error every time. I can fix that. I can make up a route. I can say app.route. And if someone looks for / which is the default route, that's the route that I was looking for here, then it will run this routine, which I'm going to call index. So this is a Python function, and all it does is return Andrew was here. So it returns a string, save that, reload here, nothing happens, still get that 404 error. That's because this script isn't automatically restarting. If I stop the script with Control-C, so that stopped it running. Now when I reload, because there's no script running, I don't get a 404 error, I get a site cannot be reached error. So I can restart the server by running Python server, and now that one reloads to Andrew is here. That stopping the server and starting again is a bit of a pain. And we can make it do better by saying debug equals true, and that's Python true with a big T. Save that. Debug's not running, so I have to stop and restart for the last time. So now when I reload, it says Andrew is here, and if I change my file, let's put in an exclamation mark. And when I save this, I'm going to hit Control-S, and the server should stop and restart. Here's the server running. Control-S, it stops, it restarts, and when I refresh the browser, I get that exclamation mark. A couple of gotchas. If you accidentally highlight some text here, that can interfere with things. So if I now put in 2 exclamation marks and do Control-S, can you see this stupid guy has frozen? All right, so because I had some text selected here, the server's frozen. I'm not seeing this kind of stuff doesn't happen on Linux, happens on Windows, don't know why. If I press here, and I think I can press return, and that clears that, it restarts, it keeps going again. All right, and you can see that second exclamation mark has come in. But just beware that it's very easy to accidentally select something here. And if you do that, then you'll mess everything up. Save that, nothing's happening. Got to go here and press enter, or Control-C and restart. Okay, that's enough of that nonsense.